Well, hello and welcome to Spartan Spirit Week. We're sad that you're not able to be with us, so we've decided to come with you. And as those of you who are alums know, I'm standing in the middle of Alumni Courtyard. I'm standing here in front of one of my favorite sculptures, the Fractured World, which I think is a wonderful depiction of the University of Dubuque's purpose and mission in this world. That is to become educated, formed, and qualified to be able to be an agent of healing and hope in a world that continues to be fractured and broken and divided. I'm also standing in front of the Alumni Hall, which is one of the oldest buildings on campus and is just full of history. I've had the privilege of doing weddings there, renewing wedding vows there, and taking part in a lot of what's going on here on the University of Dubuque campus. So this is just an amazing metamorphosis. Several years ago, we had to cut down our ash trees because of the ash borer disease. This is really neat gathering space, and you'll see that they're planting trees today. These are ornamental crab trees that will surround the perimeter of Alumni Quad. The middle of the quad will be a nice oak tree, and every year the University of Dubuque has been in existence will be etched in stone. On the far end of the quad is the Veterans Memorial. That was our Vietnam Memorial. We're expanding that memorial, of course keeping it because it is sacred ground, and also adding to it as we've had service members who have lost their lives in service to their country, and we want to remember them. And finally, behind me in Blades Hall is the Jeffrey Dodge Veterans Center. It's in its 5th year of existence. It's a place where our veterans, where our ROTC students and all those who've served their country can come and gather, receive support, learn, listen, relax a little bit. And it's in honor of Jeffrey Dodge, who was killed in action while on duty in Vietnam. And so finally, as we come into here, you see these beautiful spaces, these beautiful chairs. We want to invite students to sit on campus to enjoy their space. You see they're very comfortable. In fact, just sitting here during the day is one of my favorite places to be. You know, whenever you do a campus tour, if you end the tour with mud on the feet, mud on your shoes, you know something good's happening. And I tell you, over the last 20-some years, there's been a lot of mud created here at the University of Dubuque. We walk in front of Van Vliet Hall. I mean, you can't beat the architecture of this building. It is just, it's quintessential college. And actually, when I toured here in 1981, the summer of 1981, I was looking for seminaries. The one spot I remember on campus was the Guy Chapel in Van Vliet Hall. It was a beautiful space. And I look forward to returning Guy Chapel back into its chapel appearance. As we cross the street here, we're headed to Severance Hall. And speaking of chapel, I want to just give a shout out to our theological seminary. The University of Dubuque was founded in 1852, and we were founded first as a theological seminary and existed that way for about 50 years, prior to the beginning of the First World War. Our seminary's done an amazing job over all of these years, and particularly over the last 10 to 15 years as theological education has changed, as denominationalism in the United States has changed. Our seminary has adapted. We're the premier provider of distance education in America today. Our enrollment is up substantially this year in a time when a lot of seminaries are declining in their enrollment. So I'm really grateful to our faculty and to our administrative and staff here at the seminary. They're great people. They're doing a great job, and I'm grateful for their work. One of the things that you got to think about on a college campus that has changed over the last 50 years is just what has happened, the explosion for students in the area of brain health. I'm standing in front, for example, of the Barb and Jack Smeltzer and Francis and Char Kelly Student Health Center, which was just dedicated this year. The Student Health Center provides comprehensive medical care for all of our students. It's virtually free. It costs students $25 a semester. We do everything from flu shots to COVID testing, to physicals, to brain health, to counseling, in person, and then we're working now towards telemedicine as well. And our whole goal is to reach out to students to get them settled and well over the course of their 4 years here, their physical health, their brain health. We do all kinds of testing, all kinds of examinations, really to get students to the point where during this 4-year period, a lot of whom haven't had access to adequate health care can establish a healthy equilibrium and well-being, so when they leave here, they can go out and just enthusiastically and in a healthy way serve the church and the world. So as you can see, I'm walking into the Peter and Susan Smith Welcome Center, which, along with the Student Health Center, is the newest addition to the University of Dubuque campus. This Welcome Center is the first place that students and their families encounter when they're doing a campus tour here. So as we walk into this space, you can see that it's very new, it's very lively. We've got columns that represent the historic Stephan Colonnade that was once part of Stephan's Hall and now lines University Avenue. We're still learning this space. We've got artifacts, we've got interpretive displays, and we've got kind of a surround effect of UD students, of UD faculty, and we talk very deliberately about our mission and our values. Anybody home? This is our new Student Multicultural Center. We've got wonderful art here by a regional artist by the name of Tomas Lozansky, son of the very well-known regional artist Mauricio Lozansky. I love the image of the Hopi Maiden, and also you can't miss Martin Luther King Jr. here. This is a gathering space for students in between classes. We also do a lot of programming for our student body. We have a very diverse campus here, and our whole idea in this space is to build friendships, to learn how to appreciate cultures other than one's own, but primarily to build friendships through food, through conversation, through study, through programming. And I really look forward to the great leadership that James Sizer and his team will provide in this new space. So as we're walking through the Peter and Susan Smith Welcome Center, in addition, we also have classrooms on 2 levels. Math, education classrooms, general classrooms. These classrooms are great. It's the best real estate on campus. One of the things as I'm looking at the math classroom that they wanted more than anything else were whiteboards. I'm not a math person, but I'll tell you, providing whiteboards was an easy thing to do. And our math program here is just a stellar program led by Professor Roseanne Wolf. As we leave the Charles and Ramona Meyer Center, we're moving out onto the new Wallace Common. I mean, this space is just absolutely amazing space here on campus. Those of you who were here 20 years ago remember a block full of homes. This has been transformed. This is about 4.5, 5 acres. It is a gathering spot on campus. It is completely handicap accessible. It's full of beautiful flowers, sage, and again, our ever-present multicolored Adirondack chairs. So this is really, I think, the new center of campus. We've got beautiful views to the south and to the west. The architects here, Tom Oslin of Oslin Associates out of the Twin Cities, did an amazing job. Artists see things that the rest of us miss, whether it's architects who are artists, landscape designers. I love artists because artists help us see the beauty in the world that those of us who are too busy to notice often miss. So as we walk down into the Cyber Cafe and Heritage Center, again, you see our multicolored Adirondack chairs. But these chairs surround an outdoor fireplace, which is kind of fun. So starting at about 6 o'clock at night, you'll see students here. The fireplace is burning. This is a place that allows us to get extra use in the fall and the spring. and it's just kind of a good gathering space. People need to learn how to have conversations, to put these down, shut them off, and actually build friendships and relationships. This is one really unique and important way to build those friendships and relationships. So as we walk into Heritage Center here, I'm walking through the Cyber Cafe into the A.Y. McDonald lobby, which was supported and given to the university as we developed this project from a wonderful company in town known as A.Y. McDonald. A.Y. McDonald, by the way, was the inventor of the monkey wrench here in Dubuque, Iowa. And as we look here, I'm looking onto the Bizignano Gallery. The gallery and the funds for the gallery were given by UD alum Linda Bizignano. Now this gallery, what I love about this gallery is it's adjacent to where the students are. And so this would be like your living room. And it's really important, I think, for people to learn to understand beauty. If you haven't grown up with it, and most of us haven't, just to again, understand the beauty of art and to see the world through the lens or through the eyes of artists. Artists, creatives, see things that the rest of us miss. And this gallery is really, this is a new exhibit, is really one of the best features of this building, in my opinion. Hello and welcome to John and Alice Butler Hall in Heritage Center at the University of Dubuque. Today we get to experience something that's pretty cool in that we get to see the tuning and the voicing of the new John and Alice Butler pipe organ known as Opus 97. Opus 97 was built by the Dobson Pipe Organ Company in Lake City, Iowa, one of the premier pipe organ builders in the world today. This organ has over 3,000 pipes, and as you hear, they're in the process of tuning and voicing each pipe of over the 3,000 pipes. And I got to hear it yesterday. It's really an exciting process, and I just can't wait for the first concert, which will be quite an extraordinary experience for all of us. So we're really grateful for the Butlers and for all the investors in Heritage Center to give us really one of the premier performing arts venues in this region and certainly in the country. So as we exit Heritage Center, we're going to head over to the Chalmers Field and the Kalapati Recreation and Wellness Center. And while we head over that way, just want to tell you a little bit about admissions here at the University of Dubuque. A lot of schools were really, really hurt by COVID-19. It was an enormously challenging admissions year for us, but we met our targets, which was really phenomenal, and really had a very strong entering class, a superior entering class compared to last year's numerically. So that's an amazing accomplishment by our admissions team, and how they did it in the midst of this pandemic is really nothing short of miraculous. Admissions here at the University of Dubuque is a critical part of what we do. We're the most diverse university in the state of Iowa and one of the most diverse in the Midwest. And we do that intentionally because we think it's best for people to learn in an environment that looks like America. And if you can learn in an environment that looks like America, then you can eventually lead in America. So we're coming up on Chalmers Field, which is very quiet this year. I'm proud to say we were the last athletic conference in the country. We were the last holdout in Division III in eliminating high contact fall sports. I think it's debatable whether that was the right decision, but that was our decision. We will be having those contact sports in early spring this year. The Chalmers Field is a very historic spot on campus. We, of course, have our statue of Mr. Kalapati. He's been a wonderful alum and amazing philanthropic supporter and just overall supporter of the university and its mission. So as we conclude this Spirit Week tour, and those of you who haven't been on campus for a while won't know where I'm standing right now. I'm standing on the hillside adjacent to the Dan Runkle baseball field on the South Campus. Behind me, not only will you see the Runkle baseball field, but you'll see the Veterans Memorial Training Facility, our indoor facility, as well as Kalapati Hall, Kalapati Residence Hall, back behind me. And off to my right, you'll see the Campus Park Drive, which is in bloom now, or in full color, I should say, of 99 autumn blaze maple trees. That's part of Park Village and Seminary Village. And this entire part of campus really is 25 years ago was a dump right off of Highway 20. It was a dump. And now it is this beautiful park and beautiful entrance. In a way, our new main entrance to the University of Dubuque. So for Spartan Spirit Week, come back and drive through campus and say hello. And if you can't do that, we hope that this brief tour provides that experience for you. And I want to see all of you here next year at this time. So God bless, stay healthy. Thank you for your support of this very important and purposeful mission known as the University of Dubuque. Change the world, make the world a better place because of your presence. I know that that was your focus then, and that certainly is our focus today. Thank you, and God bless you.